All right, let's cut across right now to our guests on what to expect where the state of Haryana is concerned. Well, right now, at least, with reports coming in, the Congress strong, especially after the Lok Sabha performance. It was 5-5. Will the BJP make a comeback for the third time in Haryana? Right now, it's a tough contest. What does it look like? Cutting across to our panelists, Sanju Verma, National Spokesperson, Bharatiya Janata Party, Swati Malik, Spokesperson, Congress. We'll also be joined by Ravindra Singh Sheron. He's a senior journalist to get us up to speed on what the landscape of Haryana really looks like. Swati Malik, to begin with you, why is the Congress mulling an alliance with the Aam Aadmi Party?
Like you've already, told your viewers that the meeting is still underway, and yes, there's a principal understanding of an alliance, because right now, if you've noticed, the way India Alliance worked in the Lok Sabha elections in Haryana, we were up by 18% in our vote percentage from 2019 to 2024. So that is what the alliance right now and the India Gathbandhan that we had formed for the central elections, that is what we are trying to use up now again for winning the Haryana election.
But Swati Malik, if the Congress is on an upswing, then why do you need the Aam Aadmi Party?
Well, there is already an understanding in principle about the kind of politics the India Alliance wants to do. The India Alliance wants to do a politics of mohabbat ki dukaan, of pyar ki dukaan, and that is what is very clear. And
all right, so but will that understanding stay, Swati Singh, when Delhi comes into question? Because by this understanding, that means Delhi would also be on the cards.
No, Preeti, now that's where I will differ with you a little bit, because it has to depend state by state. It is state-wise.
Okay.
There can't be a unanimous kind of a alliance throughout the country for all central elections or assembly elections. It has to be step by step. For Haryana, with the senior leadership, all the members you showed your viewers, if they think that is going to be better for the alliance, then why not?
All right, okay, Sanju Verma, to bring you in. In midst of all of this, Sanju Verma, I would reckon even you would agree that the state of Haryana is going to be possibly a weak link where the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned. And if this alliance comes together, the Congress already surging ahead where Haryana comes into question, and even that small division of votes that possibly the BJP might have expected in urban centers for the Aam Aadmi Party might not happen.
Preeti, I know that you understand Haryana politics a lot better than most of us. So I would like to make a couple of points. Point number one, it is not, and this is for, people from the opposition who keep saying India Alliance. It is INDI, I-N-D-I, India Alliance. Point number two, what kind of an alliance is this? Mamata Banerjee and Rahul Gandhi were at loggerheads with each other when it came to seat sharing in West Bengal in Lok Sabha 2024. Samajwadi Party was not willing to give up Moradabad, Balia and Bijnor to the Congress in Uttar Pradesh, which is what the Congress desperately wanted. It is no secret that Pratap Singh Bajwa, Bhagwant Mann, Amrinder Singh Raja, these guys have been at loggerheads with each other, representing opposite camps. So point number two is that there is no such thing as an Indi Gathbandhan. The third point, I agree. I'm not going to shove hard facts under the carpet. The BJP did lose about 6 to 7% vote share amongst the Jats. But also, an important point which should not be overlooked is this. Today, as we speak, roughly 2.5 to 3 crore is where Haryana's population stands at. And you have 40% OBCs, including the Saini community, which is what Nayab Singh Saini, the incumbent chief minister, represents. Yes, Jats are a very important vote bank. They form 26% of the electorate. But 40% of the electorate is OBCs. 20% of the electorate, which nobody seems to be harping about, is Dalits, Gujars, Bishnois. And 12% is Punjabi-speaking Haryanvis. So I think there's going to be reverse polarization. The Punjabi-speaking Haryanvis, the North, the Gujars, the Bishnois,
I'll take what you said, which was a compliment, that I know Haryana a little bit, so let me correct you a little. You speak of the Jat vote and the consolidation of what they call in Haryana the Chhattisgarh on the other side. To give you an example, the Jats and the Dalits make about 45-44% of the entire vote base of the state of Haryana. In the Lok Sabha election, Sanju Verma, it wasn't just the Jat vote which fell from the Bharatiya Janata Party. The primary gain for the Congress has come from the Dalit vote, Sanju. And also, Ms. Verma, if you talk about the OBCs or the Punjabis, Punjabi Khatris, the caste of Mr. Khattar himself, there is about 7% where Haryana is concerned. There has been a sizable defection of the Punjabi Khatri vote, and it's all data, Sanju Verma, which has come in to the Congress.
No,
yes, ma'am, I'm just correcting you in terms of data. You're a woman of data, just putting data out there.
No, so I'm a woman of data and my data is never wrong. You know, in your bid to be over enthusiastic and to correct Sanju Verma, you've actually said what Sanju Verma said. I dare you to play what I said. I said 40% is OBCs. I said 26% is Jats and 20% is Dalits. What is 26% plus 20%? 46% is what I said. 45% is what Preeti Chaudhary says. 45% or 46%.
It's not about the percentage. You're right about the percentage.
Yeah,
what
so
I corrected you on, Sanju Verma, what I corrected you on, Ms. Verma, is the defection of votes.
You are trying to be smarter by half.
No, ma'am, I'm correcting you on the defection of votes. Ma'am, it's not a fight between you and I.
You are not the panelist.
Ma'am, I'm not the panelist, but I'm a journalist. So I'm allowed to.
You're behaving like a journalist, you're behaving like a panelist.
No, ma'am, I'm allowed to correct.
Yes, you are.
No.
You're behaving like a panelist. Let me just finish my
Ms.
last
Verma,
point.
I will let you finish. My humble submission is only, Ms. Verma, that the defection of votes happened from the... Ma'am, I'm just telling you, you're not allowing me to speak. Let me give my...
Can I just finish what I was saying? Stop
Ma'am, make your point.
Preeti.
Please make
Thank
your
you.
point.
So yes, what Preeti Chaudhary said and what Sanju Verma said is by and large the same.
No!
Dalits plus Jats. Can I finish?
Yes.
You can heckle me after I'm done.
Ma'am, I'm
you
not
have every right to.
Make your point. Make your point.
26% Jats plus 20% Dalits, 46%. Yes, BJP's vote share came down in a lot of quarters, including the biggest fall which came in Jat-dominated constituencies. But let's not miss the woods for the trees. And this is my biggest point. This is not about BJP gaining because Sainis are OBCs and Nayab Singh Saini, the incumbent, is a Saini and OBC. The larger point is the fact that for the longest time, the Devilals, the Chautalas, the Bansilals, the Bhupinder Huddas of the world, they ruled Haryana. In the last 58 years since Haryana's inception in 1966, 33 chief ministers have been OBCs. मुझे बताओ बंसीलाल ने ऐसा क्या कर लिया कांग्रेस के बंसीलाल ने हरियाणवियों के लिए? What has Bhupinder Singh Hooda, who was chief minister for about 9.5 years, done for Congresses? So today, Deepinder Hooda, Randeep Singh Surjewala, waxing eloquent about हम जाटों के लिए ये कर देंगे, वो कर देंगे. That is a whole lot of balderdash.
All right. Okay, let me just open up the debate. Now, once again, the point that I was trying to make, Sanju Verma, was very simple. It wasn't trying to correct you, but all I'm saying is the defection has come not from Jats. The defection largely came in Lok Sabha elections because if you compare the numbers of 2019 to 2024 elections, Sanju Verma, the Jats vote has practically remained the same with just a very short fall of percentage. The defection has come from Dalits. It's come from Punjabi Khatris. It's even come from belts which were largely supporters of the BJP. That was what I was trying to say, ma'am. That's it. Let me open up the debate. I want to bring in Ravindra Singh Sheron because today the debate is more to do on what the Congress will gain from the Aam Aadmi Party. The Aam Aadmi Party will only be too glad to play the role of what the JJP played the last time. 10 seats if they'd get. That also many suggest is a far cry. Ravindra Singh Sheron is joining us. He's a senior journalist, tracks Haryana very well. Mr. Sheron, आप बताएं कि कांग्रेस और थोड़ा सा अजीब लग रहा है कि कांग्रेस अगर अप स्विंग में है, लोकसभा के आंकड़े देखे जाएं, तो कांग्रेस को आम आदमी पार्टी से अलायंस करके क्या मिलेगा?
मैं प्रीति जी नमस्कार. आपके बात का जवाब देने से पहले मैं थोड़ा सा जो आपके फेलो पैनलिस्ट ने बोला उस पे एक बात कहना चाहूंगा कि चौधरी बंसीलाल ने क्या किया, इस बात का जवाब इनको अपने मेंबर पार्लियामेंट किरण चौधरी से लेना चाहिए. उन्होंने क्या किया क्या नहीं किया. और जो ओबीसी और दूसरी जाति के मुख्यमंत्री हरियाणा में कितने बने, इसका अगर आप जानकारी ले लेते तो शायद ये ना बहुत बोलते. पहले हरियाणा के मुख्यमंत्री गैर जाट थे, दूसरे मुख्यमंत्री गैर जाट थे और बहुत अधिक लंबे समय तक जो हरियाणा के मुख्यमंत्री रहे चौधरी भजनलाल, वो भी गैर जाट थे. तो अगर आप उनके परिवार के सदस्य जो आपके पार्टी में हैं उनसे जानकारी ले लेते तो शायद आपको इस डिबेट में और वेल इन्फॉर्म्ड होके आते. मुझे लगता है वो दर्शकों के लिए ज्यादा फायदेमंद होता। बीजेपी, कांग्रेस पार्टी और आम आदमी पार्टी का जो गठबंधन है, वो देखिए, वो मुझे लगता है लार्जर जो इंडिया अलायंस है, या इंडिया अलायंस जिसका नाम है, उसके लिए प्रीति ज्यादा किया जा रहा है। क्योंकि हरियाणा में आम आदमी पार्टी का बहुत बड़ा स्टेक नहीं है, लेकिन राहुल गांधी जिस तरीके से पूरा कैंपेन को लीड कर रहे हैं, ओपोजिशन को यूनाइटेड करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, उसकी दिशा में ये कदम माना जा रहा है। और देखिए, आप याद कीजिए, जब उन्होंने कहा था कि मैं लीडर ऑफ ओपोजिशन हूं, मतलब मैं उस नेता, उस पार्टी का भी लीडर हूं जो आज जेल में है, चाहे वो हेमंत सोरेन है, चाहे वो अरविंद केजरीवाल हैं। तो मेरे ख्याल से ये उसी की तरह, उसी को एक रिफ्लेक्ट करने की दिशा में एक स्टेप लिया गया है, और इससे जाहिर है कि वोट जो है वो कंसोलिडेट होगा, और वोटों का अगर कहीं थोड़ा बहुत ध्रुवीकरण या थोड़ा बहुत अगर वोट कटने वाला था, वो एक साथ जुड़ने में मदद मिलेगी। ओपोजिशन का जो वोट था वो साथ आएगा, और शहरी इलाकों में आम आदमी पार्टी का थोड़ा सा बेस है, ग्रामीण इलाकों में कांग्रेस पार्टी काफी मजबूत है, और शहर में जहां पर बीजेपी स्ट्रांग है, वहां पर आम आदमी पार्टी ने पिछले कई दिनों से काफी सारी रैलियां की हैं, और उनका जो लीडर्स हैं, जो मेन लीडरशिप उनकी है, चाहे सुशील कुमार गुप्ता हो या जो दूसरे हरियाणा के नेता हैं, इनके पहले भी नवीन जय हिंद रहे, उन सब का बेस भी ज्यादातर हरियाणा का जो है वो अर्बन एरियाज में है जी। तो उसका बेनिफिट भी कांग्रेस।
रविंद्र जी, आपकी आवाज कट रही है, आपकी आवाज कट रही है,
जो है वो
बहुत
डिवीजन नहीं होगा।
शुक्रिया कि आप हमसे जुड़े। सो रविंद्र शेरन trying to elucidate how the Aam Aadmi Party, if they have any traction, they have it in the urban regions, and that could be a cause for concern for the likes of Sanju Verma. And I'm going to bring Sanju Verma and Swati Malik back into this debate. But Swati Malik, coming to you and beginning with you, would you, in terms of numbers, you have 90 seats. The sheer fact, if one is to believe, if the seats given to the Aam Aadmi Party is about 10, that would clearly mean that the Congress is doing this then to have an eye and keep an eye on the Delhi elections coming in.
Not at all, Preeti. Like I said earlier, it's not even sure whether this alliance, we've agreed on principle. Now, whether it's going to be 10 seats or 5 seats or 20 seats, we don't know yet, which will be clear after, say, tomorrow or day after. And that can't have an impact on Delhi elections. Now, Delhi elections, the Congress has made it very clear that there is no alliance so far. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. This is the politics of today, where we don't know who's joining who, whether Ms. Kiran Chaudhary, who's contested and won Haryana, talking about and harping upon what Chaudhary Bansilal did in Haryana. Today she switches to BJP, so BJP questions Chaudhary Bansilal ji himself. So we don't know what the politics of tomorrow, today, what is going to be tomorrow. But as on this date, this has nothing to do with the Delhi elections, upcoming elections, because we've made it very clear that so far Delhi is concerned, there is no alliance as on date. So it's a little
okay.
To say.
All right, okay, Sanju Verma, to take off, that was a good point, Sanju Verma. Kiran Chaudhary is with you. The Bishnoi Scions are with you right now. Part of the Chautalas are with you. 3 of them have given a chief minister. The family is now with the Bharatiya Janata Party. Away from that, Sanju Verma, the question also will come from the fact that the Aam Aadmi Party, whatever base that they have made it in urban centers. Your vote, the BJP's vote in Haryana, largely is derived from the urban centers. That could be a cause for concern.
Preeti, let me make one thing very clear. I always say that the devil is in the detail. Yes, in Lok Sabha 2024, the data is out there. Out of 10, we lost 5 seats, and vis-a-vis 2019, our tally was down 5. And for the Congress, from 0, they went up, their tally was up 5. Now, in terms of vote share, if you look, there's a marginal difference between BJP and Congress. The Congress was at 47.61 in Lok Sabha 2024 from Haryana specifically speaking, and BJP was at 46.11. So I think somewhere what happened is that we were not, I always said that the ability to win elections, be it Lok Sabha or Assembly, one of the key catalysts is how well you're able to translate vote share into winnable seats. So I think that is where BJP will do more work, and that is already underway. So the losses of 2024 Lok Sabha are not going to be continued in the assembly elections if people indeed are salivating at that thought. Point number 2, the senior journalist who was there, Mr. Ravindra Singh Sheron, he said that, Bansilal की बातें कर रही हैं तो किरण चौधरी से पूछ लीजिए. किरण चौधरी और श्रुति चौधरी से क्या पूछना है, नहीं पूछना, that is not my lookout. But I will just point out to this. The journalist friend of yours who was on the panel spoke about Sushil Gupta. बीजेपी को आप कहते हैं पढ़ लिख कर आया करिए, तो मिस्टर रविंद्र शरण, मैं आपको कह दूं that in Lok Sabha 2024 it was a fierce three-way contest from Kurukshetra. It was Naveen Jindal who was representing BJP, it was Sushil Gupta who was representing the Aam Aadmi Party, and it was Abhay Singh Chautala who was representing INLD. And despite a fierce three-way contest, Sushil Gupta was trounced by Naveen Jindal. तो मिस्टर शरण, यदि आप अभी भी शो देख रहे हैं तो थोड़ा सुशील गुप्ता की हिस्ट्री पर जानकारी लीजिए और बाद में मुझे भाषण दीजिए. The more important point is this, and I think Preeti, people look at track record very quickly in 10 seconds. I think nobody can dispute the fact that by making Jagdeep Dhankar the vice president, the BJP has pulled a coup. Nobody can dispute the fact that even in Lok Sabha 2019, after the elections, we gave two Jat ministers in the cabinet, Sanjeev Balyan and Kailash Chaudhary. This time it is Jayant Chaudhary and Bhagirath Chaudhary. So
I'm gonna. No, nobody is saying we didn't work for Jats. You began this whole debate, Sanju Verma, by saying that the Jats vote has fallen. That's it. Nobody's contesting anything here. But it's interesting this time around, though, from Haryana, Sanju Verma, the cabinet ministers is not a single Jat. You have given cabinet post to Gujars, you have given cabinet post to Ahirwals, Krishnapal Gujar, Rao Indrajit Singh, but when it comes down to Jats, there is no representation where Haryana is concerned. Not the ones that you spoke of, because they come from the state of Uttar Pradesh and Rajasthan. But with that, I'm going to let it be. It's going to be interesting to watch how things pan out. The CEC meeting of the Congress still on, but in all probability, in principle, there is going to be an alliance between the Aam Aadmi Party and Congress. It will all come down to the number of seats that the Congress is offering the Aam Aadmi Party. Will it happen? You keep a keen eye.